Hello, how are you? I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing a lot better now that I have this guy. I thought that the white chocolate was actually a seasonal Christmas thing, but they seem to have put it on the shelf permanently, so I'm okay with that. I've actually been trying to drink way more water because I've been feeling like absolute garbage lately, and I'm hoping that that'll help clear out my system. Really trying to cut back on sugary things altogether, because I noticed the one day that I tried to drink a lot of water I felt 100% better, and it actually like lowered my migraines and stuff. So who knew eating and drinking healthy actually helps? Shocker. Anyways, upon seeing me you probably actually see a few changes, so I will explain them. I actually wanted to film a lot sooner because this is actually, since my hair's been blonde, this is actually the second change, and if you know, you've on my Facebook or my Instagram, you already saw what the other one was. Basically, I was trying to get my hair from blonde to white, so I could do like white and lavender and stuff like that, but it got stuck in just this constant yellow, and because I waited so long, I get antsy if I don't dye my hair relatively frequently, especially if it's like a natural color and I want an unnatural color. So I have a lot of old dye laying around, like some of the dyes like from 2011, that's how old it is, and I had mixed some of it together, which made like this dark purple in the container. It didn't, like, it doesn't come out on your hair dark purple, but you know, I'd mixed like several colors together, and I thought, why don't I use that up in everything else I have? So I used that up, the remainder of my flamingo pink, which I don't recommend, because that flamingo pink, unless you leave it in for a very, very short amount of time, in which then it comes out in like 2 washings, if you leave it in for any longer than maybe an hour, and I leave mine in for a long time, it'll turn your hair red instead of pink. I don't know if that brand is actually available anymore. I think that the company still exists, but they make the brand in a different name. Like, I think mine was Raw Color or something like that, but I know that they're still making dye. But yeah, the flamingo pink is awful. It turns your hair red if you leave it in for too long. And I do tend to leave my dye in for a long time. I leave it in for anywhere between 4 to 8 hours, depending on the brand and the color. Like, I won't leave Hot Pink from Manic Panic in for more than 4 hours, because it is heavily staining and it does not need it. The Directions Alpine Green doesn't need to be in for more than 4 hours. It is incredibly staining, and guess what? It's actually permanent. Like, I originally saw that dye on Lita's hair when she was doing Ysera a couple of years ago, and I loved it. And I found it, I tracked it down, and then like I kept it for a long time. As you guys know, I had green hair for a long time, like many months, like literally from the beginning of my break to the way past the end of my break. I had the green hair with the black on the one side, and that was the Alpine Green. When I went to bleach it out, it was mainly blonde, but there was also a lot of bits of light green like in it, so it didn't want to come out at all. So if you want a green in your hair that wants to stay in, Directions Alpine Green. Yeah, I think it's Directions, pretty sure. It's Low Rich, and I think Low Rich is Directions. So I had to order it online. I don't actually have a store that carries it around here, but it's not that expensive, especially for what you get. Anyways, actually that is on the back of my head. I'm going to turn my head around, and I don't actually know how bad of a job I did back there. I was trying to be thorough, so I'm going to turn my head around. And this is also nighttime lighting. It's 12:05 a.m., so my room's got like an orange tinge to it, but here. So that is Alpine Green mixed with a shit ton of conditioner. Like, so much conditioner that I thought that I was only using enough for the back of my head. I could have actually covered my whole head. Like, I made way too much, so that's why I also did, like, under this layer, touched up over here, and then there's actually, it's through some of my hair, too, to give it a little bit of a different tint. So yeah, that's probably not coming out, even with conditioner. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what my original point was. Right. I was talking about how long dye should be in, and then explaining the changes. Well, I had an old blue and electric blue, which is beautiful. I wish I could get it again. The hot pink, or not the hot pink, the flamingo pink. Sorry, too many pinks. And then that dye, and I think that was the only ones besides the like container I'd mixed them in, which is I use old Manic Panic containers because, you know, they're like resealable and stuff. Very handy. I mixed all those together, and then I had a little bit of atomic turquoise left, which is this. It's still in. It's beautiful. Oh, I love atomic turquoise. So I saw a girl that had unicorn type hair. Like, she had light violety pink, and then she put like atomic turquoise over here, and I was like, I wonder if I can copy that with the leftover dye that I have. So I put the atomic turquoise over here, and then I put that concoction of all of my leftover dyes on the rest of my head. And, you know, I was like, I know it's not going to be enough to cover my whole head because there's just not a lot in the container. And the more conditioner you mix in with it, the more diluted it is, so you're not actually making more dye, really. So, yeah, I put that entire thing on top of my head, and mainly the back didn't get hardly anything, so it was still blonde in the back. But in conjunction with this, it did some beautiful, beautiful stuff. Like, I wish I could do it again. It was like mainly pink with, because there's copper in my hair from where like the black wouldn't come out no matter what I did, it turned that part orange, so I had like sunset hair. And then it had the atomic turquoise mixed with purple and blue, and pictures that I tried to take didn't do it justice. I will insert a picture like now. But yes, it was beautiful. Unfortunately, because I got really OCD about the back not being done, I was like, oh, I have to put something else on it. So I knew that I was going to water down that, or conditioner down that, water down the Alpine Green with conditioner. Sounds better, actually. So, you know, I was going to wait till my next hair washing because I didn't want to wash this unnecessarily because I knew that a lot of the dye would probably come out. So it got to my next washing, and the hair was just unbearably gross. So I washed it, and it took not these pretty colors out, but it took most of the pink out into a blonde. So like keeping these colors seemed kind of silly. So I was able to go to Sally's and get 2 ion colors, shark blue and lavender, and I actually did my head in both the shark blue and the lavender. Most of this is the lavender, and then there's layers of shark blue and layers of lavender, and then the Alpine Green and the atomic turquoise. I was hoping for it to be much lighter, but because eventually, instead of waiting a very short amount of time, I fell asleep with the dye in my hair. So if you keep the dye in your hair for like over 12 hours, if your hair's anything like mine, it's gonna go dark. So hopefully in a couple of washings I'll have what I want. I'll have the real light blue and the real light purple and everything. I do miss having pink, but I couldn't afford to get pink too. I mean, ion color is actually really cheap and it's really good dye, but I couldn't afford a third color, unfortunately. Real poor. Which, you know, is silly. Why am I buying dye if I'm poor? Because my logic stinks. Yeah. So that long explanation was my hair, and hopefully it'll be really cool. I would have loved to have gotten the unicornish rainbowy hair on video, but maybe I'll be able to kind of replicate it if I can afford dye in the future and I do my hair blonde again. I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try because I loved it. I loved it so much. It was very reminiscent of the rainbow hair I had years ago where I mixed Hot Hot Pink and Atomic Turquoise in my head, but it was like a pastel version of that. So pretty. Alright, the other thing you probably see is this. This is actually a nipple ring that came in the very wrong size. Like, it's a super, super small one, and I thought, I bet that'll go through my lip and it'll look really cool. And you're probably thinking, oh, stabbing yourself. Yeah, I'm not much fun to kiss. I have to kiss from the side of my mouth when I kiss my cat so that I don't hurt him. But actually, it doesn't hurt or anything. Not awkward to eat with. Nope, I just think it looks hella cool. So, I don't know if I'll keep it. Probably keep switching them out because I just think that this piercing is so fun to switch different bars out with. But that's that one. That's that. It was a nipple ring that I got the wrong size in. So, otherwise, I've been sleeping a lot and I've been sick a lot. In between that, I've been kind of playing WoW a little bit and watching both Markiplier and Cryotic play Soma, which, guys, if you like sci-fi games that make you think a lot, Soma is amazing. Either play it or watch it. Watch a playthrough of it. I love it. I'm not going to go into it. I will be talking for the next 30 minutes, and my camera will give up on me. But it's a really good game. But yeah, I haven't been doing a whole lot at all. Like, I've been so sick. I think I'm going to have to, like, change my diet entirely because I'm so tired all the time and I feel so crappy all the time. I actually heard of these piercings that might help you with migraines, and I get migraines anywhere between 1 to 5 times a week, so that'd be really cool. I've also been told to get acupuncture there instead of get piercings, which makes sense. You should really try to do that before making a permanent adjustment, but it's a dithe piercing. It goes, gosh, I can't describe it, but it's like on this part of your ear. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I'm pointing it. But it goes through there. And you have to get it on both sides, because what it helps to do is it changes the blood flow, the way that the blood has to flow in your head, so it might actually help with certain people's migraines. So, you know, I'm always for piercings, and it's a beautiful piercing. So, I don't know, I'm considering it, but I'm not 100% sure yet. It is cool, and with the terrible amount of migraines I have, anything helps, I guess. But I'm really sorry that I haven't been doing anything but dumping gaming videos up. I feel like I should be contributing more to this channel, but because I get sick so often, it's really frustrating. Like, I wanna do YouTube more, even if, like, only, like, 2 or 3 people watch my videos. You know, those 2 or 3 people are awesome, and I'm really grateful. So, yeah. Hopefully, very shortly, I will be able to post a video explaining my spirituality and my religion. That was going to be the next video, but I figured I should probably explain why I suddenly, out of the blue, I'm not posting very much. So, I actually do have a Pandaren leveling gaming video, like, going up right now. It's uploading. It's just taking forever, because now my uploads are so high quality, they're like a gig or 2. It takes forever on this internet connection. So, yeah. For those of you that like that, you know, that's going up. And I have only, including this one, 3 episodes done of the old footage. And then, I'm going to try to do new ones, but I'm trying to get other things up before I start doing the Pandaren leveling again. So, hopefully they're interesting enough. I'm really enjoying doing the transmog stuff. She's already in a different transmog than what was in the video that went up. I'm ridiculous. The particular transmog that she has now is just blue themed. It's not anything fancy. But, hopefully I can come up with a different transmog idea to show you guys and, explain. Because transmog is so fun. So fun. But, I guess I'm gonna go for now, because I'm pretty sure the camera is gonna shut off really soon, because I've been talking for so long. But, thanks for watching, and thanks for listening to me talk about my hair and my being sick and stuff. And, I'll talk with you very, very soon. Have a great day, and a great night, and a great week, and see you later.